Hey, this is Hansi Kürsch of Blind Guardian. You're watching BraveWords. Enjoy.
Metal Tim from BraveWords, speaking with Hansi from Blind Guardian. This is an honor, man.
Pleasure.
Nice to have you back in Canada, my friend. This is amazing.
Unexpected. I'm just surprised everything went so smooth and well.
I have to relate why you're here with a famous story with Def Leppard. Within a 24-hour period, they played British Columbia, they played Montreal and Toronto, and you're kind of in that same situation because you've just arrived from Wacken.
Yes.
So
it's not as close.
And you're still standing.
Yeah, sitting right now, but feeling okay, I have to say. We played Wacken on Friday and just took the next chance to get to Montreal. We departed from Hamburg yesterday during afternoon. Came by. Luckily, the customs didn't make any problems, and we even found some sleep. I arrived here in the morning, and ever since I'm doing interview.
And this has to be like a second home for Blind Guardian. This is like the prog-power place of at least of North America, right? So
yes, I said that in a couple of interviews before. Where's the connection in between Blind Guardian and Montreal? Montreal is the most European city in whole North America for sure, and it is the metal capital. I've been told that before we even played here. John Schaefer, for example, he told me, if you go to Montreal, you won't see a difference to Spain, Italy, which are the strongest crowds in Europe. So I have had high expectations, and ever since we came by, they were easily fulfilled.
what are you going to deliver to the crowd tonight then?
Not enough. All my love and all my passion is with them, all my good wills. But
just hand them the mic.
I will. You can be sure. I suppose they get 45 minutes, which hopefully will be very intense. And I was considering not playing the Bard song. At the very last moment, I thought, well, no, let's leave it in. Whoever is there, the ones who are familiar with Blind Guardian, they want to listen to the Bard song, so keep it in. Other than that, I believe it's a fairly intense set. 45 minutes is quite unusual for us. We usually have started all the shows on this tour with the Ninth Wave. Today I thought if we play that one, 10 minutes are gone already, and I want to play a couple of songs at least.
So your fans are rabid, as we know, and it's taking you guys a long time to create this new record, right? So why does it take 5 years to create a record?
We're picky. That's one of the reasons. We don't write songs when we're on the tour. We completely give up doing that because the complex structure of the songs demands a constant concentration on it. So we lose 1.5, 2 years before we start songwriting, which gives us the space and the time to really create new ideas and have some experience, gain some experience to do that new stuff. So that's one of the reasons why our albums can differ a little bit. Once we do the songwriting, as said, we're very picky, and there is a structure in each song which is quite complicated. So if you listen to, let's say, Grand Parade, for example, it is what other bands do on a whole album. So one song sometimes contains as much ideas as other bands deliver into a whole album. That might be a difference as well. And at the very end, the production demands so much time. And then we come up with new ideas, and we want to have them accomplished all, be it the orchestra, be it a second choir, be it some effects which we haven't used before. We go for it as long as we feel it sounds good. It sounds natural.
Now you're promoting something new, but you're also celebrating something old.
Yeah.
Old might not be the term. Classic. No. Let's say classic. Okay.
Yeah. I had a chat with Mick Box years and years back when we were still a young band, and he was complaining about to be considered a dinosaur. They are rotten. They're not there anymore. We're here. And I think old is okay. We're 30 years in the business. I mean, that is something which, I would not think about if it would not be the case right now. But We established the band in '85, actually, so we're even 31 years old as a band. And I consider that an accomplishment and also a proof of our quality, so that's not bad at all. We have to celebrate it somehow. Next year would be the 30th anniversary of Blind Guardian. Maybe we do something there. There will be a live album that also relates to our old stuff, obviously. The new stuff you mentioned is more interesting and more touchable for us. That's the orchestral stuff, which is not new as well, because some of the stuff is 20 years old. We started writing this stuff in 97, 98. So this is what I'm really anxious about, because we have done a lot of recordings with the orchestra already, and I was scheduled for doing the vocals in February, March, but we skipped that idea due to different missions we have had. Now I'm scheduled for November, December, and this might be the big thing in 2018 to be released. We have announced that so many times. I'm always a little cautious to, really say.
This is the symphonic record that everyone's kind of talking about?
Yeah, I hope everyone is talking about it. It's worth that everyone's talking about. Blind Guardian's Chinese Democracy, some people say. But as Chinese Democracy, it's going to...
Is that a compliment? Sorry.
I've had one interview, and the guy said, well, it would be a compliment because he liked Chinese Democracy. I think it's a good album. I won't go too far, but I think we have created something completely new, and it might turn out to be mind-blowing to some people. If you like our orchestral stuff, you will be driven into new dimensions for sure.
I'm curious about the whole Uriah Heep connection with... How did that happen? And we're looking at a classic Led Zeppelin t-shirt.
Yeah.
Too, so obviously you know where your roots are from.
Yes, we have a strict
But I'm a big Uriah Heep fan too. So
we have a strict dress code.
Right.
So I just woke up and thought, well, it's time for my Led Zeppelin t-shirt tonight. Uriah Heep, we did The Wizard in 1995.
Yes.
And by whatsoever reason, Mick Box had a chance to listen to that version, and he was amazed. He really liked our approach to the song. So it seems we paid tribute to it. And then a magazine organized a meeting between him and me. And
Wow.
we was talking for an hour or two. And he had a lot to tell, of course. And I was more or less interviewing him. I was a fanboy and, asking some questions. And, he has a long story to tell. And one was the one with the dinosaurs. I'm a big Uriah Heep fan.
Okay. Well, a lot of these older bands are unfamiliar with who they've influenced. So was he familiar with who you guys were as a band?
Yeah, he was. We played several festivals together, and at that point, it was in 1995. We were, even a little later, we were a band well established in Europe. But I cannot tell you how much stuff he has heard. He's pretty much focused on Uriah Heep, of course.
Right, right.
They have a history which is even longer and older than ours. I was just amazed when, I don't know if he said it back then, I believe it was back then, he was talking about the lineup of Uriah Heep, and at that point they were constant for 20 years already. And still, whoever was the new guy, I think the vocalist maybe.
Yeah, well, David Byrne died in the
Yeah.
early 80s, right? So
And
he sung The Wizard.
Right, he sung The Wizard, but there was that other vocalist following afterwards who did Freemare. Good vocalist. I can't remember the name right now. And they have had some other vocalist, maybe whoever. I think it's Bernie Shaw who's singing there.
Yeah, possibly.
I don't know.
It's all
Names.
a blur. Even for the band, it's probably a blur.
Yeah, but I mean, they were constantly together for 20 years at that point already, and still the one guy was called the new guy, So that's about rock and roll history.
So give us a snapshot of the next 6-12 months in Blind Guardian world. What's going on?
A lot of touring up to the end of the year. As said, my approach to the orchestral album, hopefully I can accomplish this stuff until the year's over, which is a challenge. And then being focused on releasing the live album. We did a lot of recordings last year, and we have more or less put all the stuff together which we need, so it's going to be mixed hopefully in October when we are touring here. That's
Nice.
the idea.
been an honor. Thank you so much.
Likewise.
Pleasure.